Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nations Organization's main fan page, where I broadcast my weekly show called Communications from Home. Tonight's Tuesday, December 18th, and it's a starry night here in Tacoma, Wisconsin. Beautiful night sky. I was just out there looking up at the stars. I'm broadcasting from Star Nations Academy, which is not quite a block away from my house on the same property. And down at my house, we have a lot of trees. So we have this huge canopy of trees. And seeing the stars at night is a little difficult. You have to actually walk down to the street and to be able to see any stars. But up here at the Academy, we have a little bit of an opening, and standing in the front yard, the front garden, I can actually see the stars. And what a beautiful night it is. A little cold where I live in Wisconsin, so it's December. It's going to be chilly or downright cold, and so got to bundle up just a little bit. So welcome to the live stream show. Before we even get started chatting, just a little bit here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share out the broadcast, the live stream, because the Unity Breath Meditation, the guided part, does take a little bit. And I also try to help you guys do a relaxation piece just before we do the actual meditation. It's definitely helpful at the end of a busy work day or something like that, and just trying to get into a calm place to do the meditation, right? So I'm going to find our broadcast, and here we are. I'm going to like it, and then I'm going to share it, okay? So it's just going to take me a second here. I'm going to share it to my my newsfeed, and I'm just going to let my friends know that I'm live streaming. Oh, spelling would be good. Oh my gosh. Okay. And now, and then please join. Okay. And that's to my newsfeed. And then I'm going to share it to the two closed groups that we have at Star Nations Radio Network, and also the Star Nations Academy, those two closed groups, because that is where most of the active community members hang out. And so I just want to remind them that I'm live streaming, and to please join. There we go. And make sure I get the right groups here. Here. That's it. Yay. All right. Let's see. Who do we have here? Looks like Rochelle is here. Hey, Rochelle. Good to have you here this evening for the meditation. I'm so glad you could make it. I hope it's going to help you with your pain management. Julie Shumway Hill's here. Hey, Julie. Good to see you in the chat. And thank you so much, Rochelle, for sharing. I appreciate that. And the reason why we even invite you to do that, the audience, whether you're watching the live stream or the recorded version, is because we end up in the news feed much more often. Facebook, there's so much information that gets posted every second, right? And we're kind of inundated with posts. And in order to even kind of peek over the top of that, the sharing and liking is really important. That's one thing that we know for sure about Facebook. I call it a wily creature, right? Just when we think that we understand it and we know how to use it, something gets changed. And then we have to start all over again. But we do know these two things for sure, is that liking and sharing does help others find us much more easily. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, Kimberly's here too. Hello, Kimberly. Good to see you this evening. And thank you, Julie, for sharing. I appreciate that. And so the guided meditation that we do once a month, right, here at Communications from Home, I usually do the very last Tuesday of every month. But because the last Tuesday is Christmas, we're not going to have any shows anyway, right? And so I thought, I don't want to miss this and miss having the experience with you. And so I moved it to this evening. Yeah, and so we're going to get started. There's a couple of things that I need to share with you about the meditation that will help you understand the components of it, but more importantly, where it all kind of started from. This is something that has been used by generations of Indigenous people. There is a certain frequency that we can create that allows us to open that doorway, that portal, okay, to our hearts. And that is the connection to Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. And more importantly, it's the love that we feel for them and they feel for us. So it really is all about love. Our ancestors understood this element in our soul growth. And today, still many Indigenous people teach something very similar to it to their descendants, right? Their children. And where I even learned this from wasn't necessarily from my own family, but from my teacher, Drenvalo Melchizedek, and one of his students, Maureen St. Germain, is where I learned the meditation from years and years and years ago. This meditation has evolved over time as well. There's certain used to be really kind of like heavy lifting when I first started doing this meditation. It used to be that we had to clear and balance all of our chakras before we could even start. And we had to do all these mudras with it, right? And so it did take a little while to do the meditation itself. And over the years, what has happened, and I believe it's because we, the royal we've been doing our emotional healing and our mental healing, right? And so the vibration has changed. The frequency has changed. It's increased. And Grandmother Earth herself has increased her vibration. And even for us to even be with her, we have to match her. And so our own vibration has gone up to the point that we don't really have to do all of the heavy lifting anymore. We don't have to do the mudras. We don't have to work with each individual chakra. When we come back to our body, which is the first part of the meditation, the relaxation part, when we come back to the present moment, our soul already knows what's going on, right? And so prepares us for this conscious way of increasing our vibration and our frequency. And so it already begins. And so we don't have to do every single piece like we did, 18 years ago? I can't believe I've been doing this for 18 years. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Dating myself. We had Chinese for supper. Tuesdays are really busy here at Star Nations to begin with. And Tuesday nights usually means I'm not cooking and Paul's not cooking. And so we usually have Chinese on this night. And the tamari sauce, makes me thirsty. Yeah. All right. So I want to show you a couple of things before we get started with the meditation. Okay. It'll help you understand certain aspects of the meditation. And some of you have already sat through this several times, so just bear with me, okay? For those people who it might be, their first time or maybe their second or third time. And so understanding bits and pieces of the components will be helpful for them. And maybe just a nice refresher course for you guys, all right? So there is a little something. I love this picture of Grandmother Earth. that we share with Grandmother Earth. We take in universal energy all the time. It's a gentle flow through our chakra system, down through the center of us. And the work that I do is called the pranic tube or the crystalline tube. Okay. And that universal energy flows through this tube, and it comes down from the top and up through the bottom. And so it's this constant flow up and then down. Okay. So it's, you can really feel it when you turn your attention to it once you know about it. And you turn your conscious awareness to it. You can feel it flowing down through your energy centers, your chakras. So our bodies are just like Grandmother Earth. We actually replicate her. Okay. And so Grandmother Earth also has a crystalline tube, and you can kind of see that line that goes down through the center of her. Yeah, we have the same thing. And she also takes in energy, universal energy, prana, right? And we do know that the frequency of the universal energy is at the frequency of love. And so we have love flowing through us all the time. It's a constant flow, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, every day, every second. So literally, we have love flowing through us. And so when we start layering that frequency consciously, we literally raise our frequency to that frequency of love. And like I said, Indigenous people all over the world, our ancestors knew about this. That's why they were so connected to Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. They knew about this. Yeah. Hey, Stephanie's here. Hi, Steph. She says, to everyone that is new to Star Nations, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Stephanie, for saying that. That's sweet. Hey, Candy's here too. Hello, Candy. Candy Carnett. Good to see you in the chat. And so this universal energy that's flowing through us is a part of the meditation. Okay. And I am going to be referring to the crystalline tube or the pranic tube. This is another good picture of it. And how it comes down through your crown chakra, and it's also going to be coming up through your root chakra. Okay. And and it flows down through your chakra system. Here, we'll give that a solo. You can really see it. That pranic tube, that crystalline tube. This meditation has been passed down from one generation to another. And where my teacher, Drenvelo, learned it from was from the Kogi Mamos. And they're in South America. They live up in the mountains, and they have more contact with people from outside of their tribe, their nation, these days than they ever have before. But when Drenvelo was with them, what they told him that they wanted to teach him was a way of being. It's the meditation, our words, not theirs. It's the meditation of no language, no words. Okay. And at first he didn't understand that. It's like, how can we do a meditation if we're not using words? This, and to show them. And so their explanation is that that many of their people will go into a cave, and it's completely dark, and they're in there for 9 days, 9 nights, and they go through, of course, all of their fears and that they're experiencing. And at the end of the ninth night, I can't talk tonight, the 9th night, on that 10th day, they say that they have become human. and that they're living from their heart. And what they do is that they go into, it's called a sacred space of their heart. And there's also another space within the heart, the spiritual space, which is called the tiny space of the heart. And that they say that when you can reach that point, because it's the holiest place on earth, and we all have it, is that when we reach that place, is that we understand compassion, and we understand kindness and peace and joy. All those things that we talk about, right? That on that 10th day, that person who's been going through that experience with the Kogi Mamos, they say that they become human. And in that cave, from what I understand, is that they are kind of like in a trance. Okay, they again, our words. They do this movement, and they call it dancing, but it's not really like, going out to a club and dancing. No, it's more of a swaying, and it helps them to get into that in between place, and so that they're able to experience another dimension, another world. And so this is a part of the understanding of that link between Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky, and getting that movement to that place of love. Okay. Now, Drunvalo understood. He understood it quite well that, as he calls us, industrious humans, that it was going to be difficult for us to do 9 days, 9 nights. And so he worked with the Kogi Mamas to be able to bring us to this place where we can feel that connection between grandfather and grandmother and us. Okay, and that's what this meditation is all about, is that connection between the three. And here's another, this is a really good view, a side view. And for those who study chakras, many of you will see this as the Hara line. Okay, and in the meditation, I'll be referring to that as the crystalline tube or the pranic tube. And the size, we actually have a size of that tube. It's about the circumference of your wrist, right? And that's what we used to teach, a few years ago. It's actually a little bit bigger than that now. It's a little bit bigger than that. And why? Is because we're evolving, and we're taking on more energy. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. So the next one, that energy that's flowing through us creates something that's called a toric field, or a torus, Torus, torus. And if you were looking down from the top at a toric field, it would look like a donut. And so the universal energy, as it's going through us, creates that larger field around the body. Okay. And that the inner field that you see closer to the body is created by your heart, the sacred space of your heart. And so we have these two fields flowing around us all the time. Yeah. And that outer field is very interesting, because if you did a stretch, if you stretch straight out, I don't know if you can see that. You got to do that really, and you have to really, really stretch to get to that edge of that field. That's about where your edge of your toric field, or it's also known as part of the Leonardo sphere. I can't talk tonight. This is going to be interesting if I'm tripping over my words. Hey, one of my sisters is here. Christine's here. Hi, Christine. We're going to do the unity breath meditation together. So the reason why I even mentioned these toric fields is because it's that energy that's constantly flowing through us that creates these fields. It's already there. Okay, it's already there. There's nothing you have to do to to get it started or anything like that. It's already there. All right. And during the meditation, I'm going to be asking you to bring certain images to you. And these are images only you know, only they're very unique to you. Okay. So the first image is bringing an image of Grandmother Earth that you really love, that you really appreciate. That image of grandmother could be anything from landscape that you love. It could be of the ocean or the mountains, an open field. It could be down by a river. Anything that nature that you just love. Okay. And that includes your children, your own children or your grandchildren or your nieces or nephews, in the way that you love them. So if they're adults, you want to bring them in to you, that image to you as children. Whatever age that was when it was pretty magical between the two of you, how much you loved them and they loved you. That time frame when you can actually feel them sitting on your lap or giving you a hug, right? Really making it the feelings. It's about the feelings, remembering those feelings and how much you loved them, how much you still love them. It could be a pet. It could be a pet. You can feel their fur. You can hear them breathing. Whatever it is that elicits that feeling of love. Okay. All right. And then we're going to be doing the same thing for Grandfather Sky. We're going to be bringing images that you just love about Grandfather Sky. It's anything in the sky. So stars and moon and sun, clouds and rainbows. Okay. So anything like that brings that feeling of love that you have for that beautiful sky. And we all have one. And you know what? And it's okay. It's okay to go from one to another image, as long as you're able to feel the emotion that you have about that place or about that person, the stars, whatever it is. Okay. That's the important piece. And then I'm going to be asking you to bring to you an image of either a sunset or a sunrise. Yeah. And how much you love those colors, the sky, and that's why I have this particular picture here, is to remind us of how beautiful it is. Okay. All right. Let's see. What other picture do I have here? Oops. We'll talk about that later. All right. So we're going to get started with a meditation in just a second. Okay. And there's a couple things that you want to do is that if you're sitting in a chair, all right, you want to have both feet flat on the floor. So you might have to sit a little bit closer to the edge than you're used to. Okay. And you can take pillows or blankets or something to put behind you to give you some support, especially if you have a cranky back. Okay. And we'll give you a couple of seconds here to do that. It doesn't take long. Is to grab those items and to be able to make yourself comfortable with that. The meditation is about 30 minutes or so. So you want to be comfortable. Okay. And so you want to have your feet flat on the floor and your arms uncrossed. All right. So you might want to, what I do is I just usually lay my hands in my lap, palms up. Okay. And it's just a comfortable placement. You can be laying down for this one if you want. As long as you're able to hear my voice, that's all you need. Because I'm not going to be showing anything at all. And so you can, if you want to, you can lay on the floor, make yourself comfortable. If you need a pillow or something underneath your knees, you can do that. Some people like to take off their glasses and their jewelry so that you feel comfortable. Okay. Yeah. So we're just going to give you just a little time to get that situated, to get comfortable. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a relaxation. Okay. And the reason why we do that is because you have just come back from a full day of work, or maybe you were out traveling for the day, and you got home, and it's been a busy day, right? And so this is a time for you to be able to slow down and to be in the present moment. And we found that being relaxed, when your body is relaxed, it's much easier to use your imagination and bring those images to you. Okay. All right. Because what we're creating is this field of love. All right. Take another drink of water. All right. Let's see. I just checking messages because sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't get to see all of them in the studio. Hi, Edward Moonchild Colvin. Good to have you here. He asks, do you think we are learning new or remembering how? You're remembering how. Yes, remembering how. Our soul already knows this. Already knows how to get to that feeling of love, to be in that frequency. The images and the getting comfortable and getting relaxed is really our way of being able to be in the flow, okay? And to be in the flow. Our soul already remembers this, and it's helping us to remember it in our conscious mind, our mental mind. Yeah. Good question, though, Edward. Thanks for asking that one. Yep. Hey, Judy's here too. Judy Denville. Good to see you in the house. All right. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the relaxation part. Okay. So when we're going to start this, I'm going to be asking you to take some deep breaths, right? And for those of us who've been meditating for a long time, you're going to recognize these components. And I should also add is that if you're a long time meditator and you can get to that place quicker than I can describe it, that's okay. That's okay. Do what you have to do to be able to get to that place of love and to be able to hold that. And then we're going to be doing the unity breath together. Okay. So it's okay to use what you normally use to get to that feeling of love. All right. Okay. All right. So in a second, I'm going to be asking you to take a big deep breath in. And when I do, what I'd like you to do is to fill up your lungs as much as you can, to the point where you feel your abdomen or your stomach kind of comes out a bit. Okay. And at the top of that breath, you're going to hold it just for a second. And on the exhale, you're going to really blow it out. Okay. All right. So here we go. Big deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. Holding it for a second and then blowing it out. Good. Yep. Excellent. Good. All right. Just breathing easy and naturally. We're going to do that one more time. Okay. You're going to take a big deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. Holding it just for a second at the top and then blowing it out. Good. Good. And just breathing easy and naturally now. Okay. On this next deep breath in, what I want you to do, if you wouldn't mind, is when you take the deep breath in, we're going to take it in, hold it for a second, and on this one, on the exhale, I want you to breathe it out a little bit slower, but imagine a white mist coming from your mouth. Okay? Okay. So here we go. Big deep breath in, holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, imagine a white mist coming from your mouth. Good. Yeah, just breathing easy and naturally now. Good. We're going to do that one more time, okay? Take a nice big deep breath in. Hold it for a second. And on the exhale, imagine a white mist coming from your mouth. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah. And in just a second, what I'd like you to do is to call your name. You can do it out loud if you want or silently to yourself. Either's okay. When call your full name, and if you can, your full birth name. Okay. And I'd like you to do that 4 times. And what we're doing is bringing all the aspects of ourselves back to the present time, right here, right now, in this moment. Okay. All right. So here we go. Just calling your name 4 times, calling yourself home, back to your center, back to you, your soul, your heart. Saying your name 4 times, your birth name. Good. It's bringing all the aspects of yourself back to the present moment in what we call now, right? That's good. Okay. Now, getting comfortable and closing your eyes. And just turning your attention to your feet. Just noticing your feet and how they feel. And now noticing your calf muscles. Just notice how they feel. And now notice your knees. And your upper legs, your thighs, noticing how those muscles feel. Just noticing. And now notice your hips. Notice how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, just noticing your feet relaxing. Noticing how your calf muscles relax. Noticing your knees relaxing. Noticing your thighs and your hips relaxing. Good. And now turning your attention to your stomach muscles, and your diaphragm, just noticing them. Noticing the muscles across your chest. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel these muscles relaxing. Your stomach muscles relaxing. Noticing the muscles across your chest relaxing. It's good. Turning your attention to the small of your back. Noticing how it feels. Noticing your mid-back and shoulder blades. Just notice how they feel. Noticing the tops of your shoulders. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your back muscles relaxing. Relaxing. Smoothing out. Letting go. And now noticing your fingers and your hands. Noticing how they feel. Noticing your arms, your forearms, and your elbows. And noticing your upper arms, how they feel. Notice the joints of your shoulders. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your hands and your arms relaxing. Relaxing. Turning your attention to your neck, to the muscles in your neck. Just noticing how they feel. Noticing your jaw. And the muscles around your eyes. Notice your forehead. And your ears. Noticing how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your neck muscles relaxing. And your jaw relaxing. Feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing. With every sound that you hear, and with every breath that you take, you just become more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. In your imagination, imagine being surrounded by bright white light. Notice how this light surrounds you, and notice what it feels like to be bathed in this white light, the light of the Creator's protection. Imagine your pranic tube, your crystalline tube. Just turn your attention to it. Sensing, feeling, seeing, universal energy, prana, flowing through your crystalline tube, down through the top and up through the bottom. The gentle flow of the universe. And turning your attention to an image of Grandmother Earth that you just love, that you really appreciate. A place in nature. A place that you've been many times. A place that is so beautiful to you. 'And And bring that image to you. Noticing the colors, the aromas. Notice your feelings for this place, this place that is so beautiful. Notice how much you love this place. It's so beautiful here. And now letting go of that image, bringing an image of someone or something that you dearly love. It could be one of your children or grandchildren, a niece or a nephew. It could be a pet, past, present, a being that you just love. Notice what it feels like to hold them and how much you love them. The feeling of love. In your imagination, imagine gathering all of that love that you feel for Grandmother Earth, gathering it and placing it into a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending this gift of love down to her heart, to the Grandmother Earth's heart, down to her core. Sending your gift of love. And saying quietly to yourself, Grandmother Earth, I love you. Mother Earth, I love you. Gaia, I love you. Grandmother, I love you. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandmother Earth's love coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up. And notice where you feel her love for you in your physical body, how you sense it when she's with you. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, turning your attention to a night sky. And bringing to you all of those images that you just love of Grandfather Sky. The stars, a full moon. Big white puffy clouds. Rainbows. The sun. How much you love feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. Noticing how much you love Grandfather Sky. As you look up at the stars and feeling like my home is up there. It's where I came from. The love that you feel for that. And gathering all of that love that you have for Grandfather Sky. Gathering it and placing it into a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending this gift of love up to the sun. And quietly to yourself, telling Grandfather Sky that you love him. Grandfather Sky, I love you. Wankantanka, I love you. Kamisha Masinan, I love you. Grandfather, I love you. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandfather Sky's love coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up. And noticing where in your physical body do you sense Grandfather Sky's love for you? Noticing it. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing an image of a sunrise or a sunset to you. Imagine the sunrise or sunset and the colors of the sky, the colors of Grandmother Earth, the sounds of nature around you. Notice how beautiful it is right at the horizon, where Grandmother Earth meets and loves Grandfather Sky, and where Grandfather Sky reaches down to touch Grandmother Earth, and how much he loves her. Notice how you feel as you bring those images of their love to you at sunrise and sunset. Notice how that love flows from you to them. And noticing their love for you, their child, their divine child. The divine mother, the divine father, and you, the divine child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, thanking Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. Thanking your spiritual team. And coming back to the present time, the time that we call now. Stretching, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Opening your eyes when it feels complete for you. Yeah, and you're feeling a little floaty, that's kind of tap your body, clap your hands, stamp your feet on the floor, take a drink of water. The unity breath meditation. We're breathing in that universal energy together, creating that vibration, that frequency of love together. So if you wouldn't mind letting me know that you're back just by putting a comment in the comment section. I just want to check on everybody to make sure that you're back. Hey, Sister Sharon was with us. Hello, Sharon. And Mary Summers is with us too. And of course, Anne's here too. Thank you guys for coming, being a part of the meditation. Yeah, and Claudia Evans is here too. Yeah, Christine says, thank you, Neshi. Good. I'm glad you're back. Yeah. Even if you just can say, yep, I'm back, or I'm here, something to let me know that you're completely back in. I'm gonna take another drink of water. If you noticed, guided meditations, many times what they'll do is the person guiding will bring you back through the same way that you went in. You come back out the same direction, right? So like if you're walking to a meadow or a field, they got the footpath and they bring you back on the footpath. In this particular meditation, we actually leave you in that frequency of love. And for a purpose is because, like I said, our soul already knows this, right? It's our mental mind and our physical body that is remembering. And so it's remembering that frequency. And the more often that we do this, we learn how to hold that frequency for longer and longer periods of time. And so when we leave you in the frequency, it's so that you can be aware of it, right? And when you start feeling it change or shift or diminish, then you can actually bring those images back to you, actually. Anytime, anywhere. I do it all the time, waiting for your mom's tea water to boil, and I'm bringing those images to me. Yeah. Yay, good. Kimberly's back. Thank you. Sharon's back. Thank you, Sharon. I keep forgetting I can show these comments. And Julie Shumway Hill is back. Felt good. Great. Stephanie is saying present. And Mary Summers saying is here. Thank you for letting me know you guys are back. I appreciate that. And so, I'm just noticing. Just notice when that frequency, what you're feeling right now in that frequency of love, when it starts to diminish, okay? Starting to fade. You can kind of feel it and just notice it on how long you were holding that frequency. The more often you do the meditation, the longer you can hold it, because it's kind of like exercising a muscle in a way. We know how to do this already. It's just the act of remembering. Yeah. So um, I'm kind of out there too. I should have checked with myself. Am I back? Because I do the meditation along with you guys. And so we do this once a month, usually the last Tuesday of the month. We do this meditation together. And for this month, we moved it up 1 week because of Christmas. So next month in January, it'll be the last Tuesday of the month, whatever Tuesday that is. And I want to remind you of a show that's coming up tomorrow. Star Nation's radio network live stream show is Soul Connections with Polly Jola Bay. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can find her at her fan page called Chakra Sessions at 7 p.m. She does a healing meditation on the first probably about 30 minutes or so. And then the second half of the show, she does individual card reads. So if you want a card, you can just say, yes, please, and she'll draw a card for you. Okay. I'll be there too. I produce her show that evening, and so I'll be helping her with that. Thank you, Kimberly. She said that was blissful. Thank you. You're welcome. And then tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern time is Nature Adventures. And Minnie Kansman and I co-host that show. And we're going to be talking about the solstice and fire ceremony. Both Minnie and I have led many fire ceremonies, and we're going to be sharing that with you. And I'm thinking we're actually going to do a fire ceremony with a candle. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So you want to come and join us. We're getting prepared for the solstice, which is just around the corner, right? And remember, we're still in the 1212 gateway energy field through the 21st. And so, yeah. What I always tell everybody, and the daily live stream, which is on every day practically, it's on at 3 p.m. Eastern, is the daily card draw live stream that I do. And we've been reminding each other to ground every day, and so that we're ready to receive the gifts that the 1212 Gateway gives to us. And this year, it's all about the evolution of consciousness. So, yeah. So hopefully you can join us for any or all of those live stream shows. I appreciate you guys being here tonight with me for the Unity Breath meditation. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy being in the frequency of love. And we'll see you back here next week for Communications from Home. Oh, no, we won't. That's Christmas. Enjoy holidays, Yule, Christmas, solstice, however you celebrate this time of year. I wish you many blessings and a lot of love. Okay. Love you guys. Bama Mina until we see each other again.